my shoulder.
This is the NBA Finals, Game 2. The Orlando Magic come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Timberwolves. Which heroes will rise? The NBA playoffs start now.
The NBA playoffs continue. Just 2 teams remain. They are battling their way toward this title. Game 2 of the finals. Our game tonight featuring the Orlando Magic as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Thomas is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And for Minnesota, you've got Randall. Conley out there with McDaniels. Then there's Edwards. And it's Thomas in at center. You look at the Magic. Well, they have seized home court. They orchestrated the upset in Game 1. No matter what happens tonight, Greg, they can rest on that.
I mean, it was a huge shift in this series. An accomplishment you would obviously be proud of, but hey, they still got a long way to go. If they get scorched in Game 2, all the momentum heads back the other direction. And as we've seen, home court can't always save you.
It can't, but momentum sometimes can. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. That's to McDaniels. Thomas against Conley. Here's Edwards. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
And Carroll outside. Now here is Carter. Thomas kicks to Banchero. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Randall outside. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And this group executing a postseason story that's truly remarkable. 13 wins in a row. They've swept 3 teams and now have a 1-game advantage in the NBA Finals.
And they clearly have the momentum, right? And this is where you want to peak. When you go this long without losing, that builds even more confidence. And I'll tell you what, this game tonight is a critical one. If they win again and go up 2-0, they just might be paving their way to that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Here is Thomas. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Inside, Thomas with the steal. Here is Edwards. Conley with a wide-open look. They get the rebound. Randall with the bucket.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Now, here's Wagner. And Carroll outside. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
The Magic shooting their first free throw tonight. Free throw, good from Banchero.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You could easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. board with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Edwards with it. Elbow shot is on the way. Carter pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Pass to Thomas. Shot from 16. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Edwards. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Now, here's Joseph. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 5 on the clock. Thomas grabs the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The free throw drops from McDaniels.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
And McDaniels drops them both. And it's the Magic with the ball. They lead by 4. They easily took Thursday's game.
Proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings the game. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Orlando grabs the miss.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Carter sets the pick for Thomas. Pass to Wagner. Another miss by Orlando. Timberwolves trail by 4. Now McDaniels. Back to Conley. Randall a screen on Joseph. Here's Conley. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Sub in for Wendell Carter. Timberwolves trail by 6. Conley the pass to Randall. McDaniels with the ball. To the middle. Isaac with the steal. And here's the break. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Conley. Up top Edwards. Thomas against Isaac. Outside Conley. There's the 3. Rebound by the Magic. Now here's Thomas. At the elbow, Banchero. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebounded by Isaac.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Thomas kicks to Wagner. And here's Joseph for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Joseph's got 5.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Edwards. Shoots over Wagner. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Thomas gets the bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Thomas passes to Joseph. Here's Banchero over Randall. And there's Banchero on the assist from Joseph. 10 points for him.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Outside Conley. And it's off from three-point range. Magic leading by 13. Outside Thomas. Banchero outside. Traps in the tray. Banchero's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Orlando.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Outside Thomas. A jump hook, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. And now, let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. In the third spot, Paolo Banchero. Fourth spot held by Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. Kept alive, Isaac. And he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 18.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Gobert. And here is McDaniel. Thomas covering. They need this. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Thomas taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 6. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Isaac. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Isaac's got his second basket.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Pass to Isaac. And Thomas has it in the corner. The 19-foot shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Snatched up. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For Minnesota, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Randall's checked in for McDaniel. Magic leading by 13. It's Thomas on the wing. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now here's Randall. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
With or without the ball, Randall moves so well for a big.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Wagner has screen on Randall. Thomas dishes to Black. Thomas down low. He's defended by Randall. Thomas, that's good. Thomas got 10 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. Edwards. And that one drops. Edwards got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Isaac with the screen for Thomas. And it's Orlando with another.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Bitadze. Over Gobert. Bitadze can't hit.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Edwards. Right at the free throw line. The shot misses. Hello. And Carroll getting it done for the Magic. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. It's a 13-point game. They've got Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Black. Still scoreless. Here's Bitadze. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Timberwolves shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. DiVincenzo passes to Randle. A three-pointer, no good. Magic leading by 15. Here's Black. Pass to Isaac. Back to Black. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Over Dillingham. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. Fires it up. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got his first basket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Black kicks to Isaac. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 6 points for Jonathan Isaac. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Dillingham. Gobert with a screen for Dillingham. And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, nice timing in the pick and roll. Gobert finishing the job.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's De Silva over Randall. Rebound, Minnesota. The three for DiVincenzo. Black grabs the board. Magic leading by 13. Pass to Houston. Over to the wing. Here's Bitadze. Off target from the wing. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Driving the lane.
And that's a little lack of fight. At the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Magic lead by 13. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And here's Randall. Gobert with a screen on Isaac. Randall passes to Gobert. Can't hit from in close.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Black in the post. Gobert on him. That one goes. Count it. Black's got his first 2 points of the night. Timberwolves trail by 15. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. Moving it up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Timberwolves shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Dillingham with it. Has to Gobert. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pocket 4. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Magic leading by 17. Isaac with the ball. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Isaac's got 9.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Now here's Randall. And they get it. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Edwards comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Timberwolves making a change here. Ingles is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Banchero's checked in for Isaac. Lock at 6. Randall passes to Ingles. Misses the baby hook.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Down low. Can they get it? And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Conley's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Banchero kicks to Black. Here's Houston. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Conley, the pass to Reed. To the paint. Here's Randall. Nails the baby hook. Randall's got his third basket of the night.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Pass to Houston. Over in the corner, Banchero. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Back to Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials up. On the call with the foul.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing.
Well, respected both on and off the floor, Conley is one of those guys that leads by example.
Thomas checked in for Randall. And a switcher also for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And he sinks the second. Here's Black. Carter outside. Over Reed. And it's Orlando with another.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. Back to Reed. Stolen by Carter. Houston passes to Black. And finished off by Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together. Capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And Minnesota has possession. Outside Conley. And here is Ingles. Still yet to score. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Pass to De Silva. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Carter inside the three-point line. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Right side, Edwards. Banchero grabs the board. Magic leading by 20. Here's Black. Here's De Silva. Nailed from three-point land. De Silva's got 5.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now here's Conley. Outside Thomas. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Black, covered by Conley. Banchero kicks to Black. And again, it's the man. From deep.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Ingles. Now Reed. Outside Thomas. Shot from the wing. Yes, that goes in. 7 points in the game. Orlando's got 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And here's Carter. Shoots over Reed. And Carter with the basket on the assist from Banchero. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, making those are big for Carter Jr. They keep the defense honest.
Now, Ingles. Just 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Thomas outside. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Carter. Right wing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. And the Magic making a change here. Timberwolves on defense. Thomas with it. 12 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Joseph, that's good.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the Magic pick up 2. Thomas kicks to McDaniels. Three-pointer, Randle. Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And it's Wagner missing. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with the rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. You look at Wagner, 3rd in assists and a great leader. And, of course, Corey Joseph, he shows up in that same conversation.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
Here's Edwards. Yep, that one goes in there. Edwards got 10 points.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Now, here's Wagner. Still without a basket. Here's Thomas. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
One shot.
Free throw good, Thomas. Minnesota's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Bounce pass, Thomas. McDaniels passes to Conley. Randall with a screen for Conley. Pass to Randall from outside the arc. Connects from three-point range. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Working on being more consistent with this shot. Randall certainly helping his confidence moving forward.
Here's Thomas. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Thomas got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley against Joseph. Randall kicks to Edwards. Outside for Randall. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Orlando ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Coming into halftime of Game 2, there's an air of confidence for the Orlando Magic.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone could be the next to score, the defense can't tell what's coming. And the ball is certainly finding the open man.
Checking out the circumstances for the Orlando Magic. They've been at their best when it's mattered most, and here they are in the finals, leading the series and looking very confident.
You wonder what this team was made of? They showed up in the first half, showed everybody, left it all on the court.
Yeah, they've been clinical in how they've gone with this approach. Relentless, determined. They keep this up, can they? I'm not even sure. But they got a chip on their shoulder, no question.
You can't downplay the passion they've shown on the floor. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we're back with you as these two teams do battle in their quest for an NBA championship. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
The Timberwolves shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Corey Joseph is out there with Thomas. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. Now, Wagner following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. And that one drops for him. Carter's got the first basket of the second half here for the Magic.
Well, that's how effective Carter Jr. can be inside, using his size to his advantage.
Outside Conley. It's Thomas on the wing. Over Carter. Thomas, no luck.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Joseph, the pass to Thomas. The 15-footer, good. Thomas got 17 now.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
Conley kicks to Randall. It's Thomas on the wing. Fires the three. Randall no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There's Wagner with the three. The Timberwolves have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first four. They've got to get on track.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 17. Here's Carter. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 10 points for him.
Well, Carter Jr.'s got great ability to create shots, even quickly when needed.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Joseph after the basket by Minnesota. Thomas with the block. Joseph against Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Left side, Edwards. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Edwards against Joseph. Now here's Thomas. Shoots over McDaniel. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Thomas dishes to Conley. Tries from 10 to the inside. That's good for Thomas on the assist from Randall. Thomas got 11 points.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Banchero. Good on the triple.
Such a nice-looking jump shot. Solid mechanics, fluid. Banchero's special.
Randall outside. Edwards looking it over. Takes a three. Sinks the triple.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Wagner outside. Pass to Thomas. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's Orlando with another.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Outside Conley. No good from outside.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Thomas down low. McDaniels defending. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Thomas, that's good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Conley against Joseph. Outside Edwards. Nifty move. Outside for Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Anthony Edwards gets the three. Edwards got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Timberwolves. Edwards against Wagner. Pass to Carter. Over Thomas. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Conley against Joseph. Randall with the ball. Thomas a screen on Banchero. Three-pointer Randall. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Pass to Thomas. And Carter now, top of the key. Over Thomas. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Now, here's McDaniels. He has 6. Randall surveying the D. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And we've seen Randall add a three-point shot. However, this is the area of the court he's most comfortable, that mid-range.
Here's Wagner. Nothing on the board. Carter with a screen on Edwards. And Wagner drives in.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking. and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
That's good from Wagner.
Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Wagner. For Minnesota, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Thomas against Carter. Left side, Edwards. No good from 11 feet.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wagner kicks to Joseph. Sinks the three-pointer. Joseph's got 10.
Well, he's such a good distributor. Franz Wagner, very selfless.
Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Thomas, a screen on Thomas. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Joseph looking around. Pass to Thomas. Over Edwards. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Thomas got 25 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
The three from Thomas. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got rebound number 5 here tonight. At the elbow, Banchero. Over Randall. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Thomas. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Carter sets the pick for Thomas. Trying to get open is Carter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He is... been terrific.
Orlando shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Free throw good, Thomas. Here's Randall. 14 points for him. Rejected by Banchero.
No real surprise there. Banchero's blocks are something we're getting used to seeing.
Outside Thomas. Puts it up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Thomas got 15 points in just the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
McDaniels kicks to Randall. Misses the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. And it's Anthony Black in for Wagner. Here's Dillingham. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. Over Thomas. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is how Randall likes to operate, taking it in to the defense over and over again.
Outside Thomas. Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Minnesota shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. The 11-footer. Rebound by the Magic.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
It's Thomas on the wing. Isaac outside. Pass to Bitadze. Over Gobert. Bitadze can't hit. Minnesota shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Randall. Another shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Just naturally strong. We've seen more than one defender sort of just bounce off Randall. He's used to it.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Thomas. That free throw good from Randall.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Now, here's Isaac. He's got 9. Here's Black. Shot clock at 5. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
For Orlando, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. That free throw good from Thomas. 1:04 left in the third. Now the Timberwolves with it. Now here's Randall. He's got 19. And here's Ingles outside. The rebound by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed. Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in.
Make some noise.
Thomas passes to Black. Over Conley. Black, no good. Minnesota shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Thomas against Randall. Here's Alexander Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. Thomas surveying the D. Isaac with a screen for Thomas. Plays it up off the glass. Thomas got 37.
Well, not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
And so it's Orlando with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Reed is out there with Gobert, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards kicks to Reed. Outside Conley. Back to Reed. Out to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Thomas with the block. Pass to Isaac, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
Minnesota shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Outside Conley. Gobert with a screen on Thomas. For 3, Edwards. Kept alive, Minnesota. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Magic. Bitadze's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
It's good from long range.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Reed. Fade away. And that one, good. Reed's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, really not where you expect Reed to shoot from, but he clearly made the right choice by taking that shot.
Here's De Silva. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Back to Thomas. Shoots a fader, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. To the wing on the left. Here's Reed. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Black. Pass to Bitadze. Over Gobert. Bitadze can't hit.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Conley. And he can't bank that one in. Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Bitadze. Here's Thomas. Edwards defending. And then Thomas with the jam.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Reed. Back to Conley. Now, Alexander Walker. Gobert with it. 5 to shoot. Now here's Edwards. Thomas covering. Thomas with the block. Here's Black. Covered by Conley. Black the pass to Thomas. Over Edwards. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Over in the corner, Conley. Pass to Reed. Outside, Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Trying to end the drought. Another miss by Minnesota.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Black the pass to Thomas. Over Edwards. Thomas gets the bucket. Thomas got 45 points.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Reed with a screen on Thomas. And here's Edwards from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Black the pass to Isaac. Here's De Silva. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. De Silva's got 6 here in this quarter. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Rebound by the Magic. Bitadze's got rebound number 8 now on the night. It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. Thomas, no luck. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off. By Gobert.
Well, I like when Gobert's teammates use his length on offense. Textbook alley-oop there.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Truly great players make their mark in the NBA Finals. And this is a game we will always remember as one of the biggest highlights of his career. Pass to Howard. Here's De Silva. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Houston. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Thomas got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Randall, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Mike Conley's checked in for Dillingham. Here's Suggs. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Conley. Here's Suggs. Cans the shot from the wing. Suggs has got his first points of the night. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Conley kicks to McDaniels. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Suggs. And here's Caldwell Pope. Harris looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. McDaniels dishes to Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, what focus from Suggs. Refusing to let the hit throw him off.
Howard's checked in for Orlando.
Suggs.
Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
Conley finds Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. For 3, Edwards. Rebounded by Isaac.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here is Harris. Pass to Suggs. Now here's Isaac. 18 feet out. That shot is off. Coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Here's Randall. And he uses the glass on the layup. Randall's got 12 points here in the second half.
And recognized the change of possession and got in front for the score. Randall just a step ahead on that one.
Harris passes to Suggs. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low. Here's Thomas. Rebound by the Magic. Bitadze's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now Suggs. Isaac a screen on Conley. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Thomas. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Off target from three-point range.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Harris passes to Suggs. Back to Harris. Isaac a screen on McDaniel. And they recover it.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
Here's Thomas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For 2, Thomas.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. The Magic making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And he makes both free throws. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Harris passes to Isaac. Anthony with it. Shoots the 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
2.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Thomas. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Thomas. Both good from the line that time. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter.
And that'll effectively take care of game 2 here in the NBA Finals. We'll be switching venues for the next one, but right now, an important win for Orlando.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the NBA Finals. Once they close this win out, they'll be sitting on a pretty good 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, and obviously that's the perfect position to be in. They don't need to do anything differently in the next couple of games if they just continue to play their brand of basketball and don't get distracted. They'll be lifting that trophy in a few days.
Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Howard kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And that one's good, Anthony.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Isaac a screen on Conley. Isaac misses. Now here's Randle. So it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in the series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now our player of the game.